For a long stretch there, VR was heralded as the next big thing. Sony, PlayStation, and Google launched new products. Facebook changed its name to Meta, creating its own interactive platform.
From now on, we're going to be metaverse first.
Even credulous reporters bought into the hype.
It is unlike anything else that I've ever done. I'm going 106 miles an hour now.
It was unique, it was novel, but like many, even most technological innovations, VR failed to deliver. It just never became essential. Last year, the Wall Street Journal reported that 6 months after purchase, more than half of Meta Quest's headsets were no longer in use.
We've had the big hype that hasn't quite lived up to, reality hasn't quite lived up to the hype.
This tech entrepreneur says the existing VR headsets haven't delivered, but he says that doesn't mean the next generation won't deliver.
We're just on the cusp of this, of the technology going mainstream.
And who's better at bringing tech to the mainstream than Apple?
This is a day that's been years in the making.
At the core of Apple's brand is the notion that the company fundamentally changed how we use computers, phones, watches. Now it wants to reset what we talk about when we talk about VR. Not as a gaming console or teleconferencing tool. Apple sees an opportunity to get even more of your attention.
Hey, do you like being on an airplane and having noise cancellation? Well, why don't you strap this thing to your face and tune out the whole world? And I think it shows how Apple always understands the consumer dynamics of consumer electronics much better than most tech companies.
And that consumer electronics is going to cost you. The headset runs $3,500 US. That's a whopping $4,700 Canadian. Peter Armstrong, CBC News, Toronto.